started some terrible trouble at the chapel in Amber. All of Debella's priests, priestesses. Carry on.
Oh yeah, that's a reference to one of the DLCs. In the Game of Year edition, it only has 2 pieces of DLC. Oh well. It's Knights of the Nine and the Shivering Isles.
Hello. I assume you've dealt with Raylan appropriately.
And that guard was talking about the Knights of the Nine.
I realize it's in poor taste to celebrate anyone's demise, but Raylan was evil through and through. You've done the right thing. I believe we had a contract. Here's my part.
Only 20 gold?
Well,
Wow.
have a look around. You
That's
won't find
cheap.
better price.
Yeah, it's funny. It's in this one. That's how much she can buy stuff for. Is up to 50, but she never actually loses her gold at all.
A fine.
We gain gold, but she doesn't lose it. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you. Come again. Thank you for saving my business.
Yes, I'm going to leave before everyone starts talking over each other again. That is really foggy today.
What do you need? Truth is, the Legion doesn't know who is behind the Emperor's murder. We've already ruled out the Dark Brotherhood. So is this something worse? Carry on.
That is true. The Dark Brotherhood, I mean, I can imagine that they would do something like that. They were contracted to. But, they would do it in more secretive and stealthy way, not public. And there's these wells that are all over Citadel, and they give you different abilities and gifts and stuff. So it's interesting little wells. There's also these abandoned ruins all over the place as well. You can tell by the compass. It's on the compass. I mean, most of them have like bandits or something like that inside them. Sometimes you'll find animals or other sorts of undead. Only a couple of them that I've come across were empty and just filled with traps that were still active. Look, a couple of dogs. Where's your master? And then the horizon, nobody can see it because of the fog. And that big tower there, that's the white gold tower. Which I was curious for the longest time why it's called the white gold tower. What it is not. There's no gold on it. It's just a big tall tower. Big tall white tower. It turns out after doing some research, I found out the gold part in the title was just a metaphor. So apparently, it's supposed to represent what the gold part is supposed to represent what the tower stands for. or something like that. Oh, I was about to say, there's music playing, but there's nothing there. This is the Quitters and Imp. Which actually I went to take, what's on it, because I need to need that for a quest. Alright. Place just looks like abandoned.
Kings, excuse me. We have a small problem that we hope you can help us with. You may be wondering why you can't see me. We are all wondering the same thing. Everyone in Aylesbury suddenly became invisible several weeks ago. It was sort of fun at first, but the novelty has definitely worn off now. You can imagine how difficult it is to run an inn while invisible. Once you get a reputation as a haunted inn, you can just forget about it. So we've all been keeping quiet, hoping the spell will wear off, but we're running out of patience. We're sure it was Ankatar's doing, but we can't find him. If you can help us, we will be extremely grateful. He's a wizard who took up residence in the ruins of Fort Caractacus a couple of years ago. He's caused us no end of trouble with his magical experiments, but nothing as bad as this. We've tried to find him, but had no luck. If he's still living in the fort, he's hiding from us, and no wonder. If you could find him and get him to remove this cursed invisibility, we will all be in your debt. We're pretty sure he's still hiding out in Fort Caractacus, although he never answers when we've tried to find him. It's just to the southeast of here. Follow the path down the hill, but watch out for the invisible monsters that infest the ruins. I'm not saying Colovians are dumb. They're just hard-headed. You too.
No, there's no invisible monsters. It's most likely wildlife that got turned invisible by the spell that wizard casted. Over here, it looks like where he's camped out. I said this right here. This is a complete set right here. Mortar pistol. Was all. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce the other components, but yeah, that's the complete set right there. Got a couple of skill books right there. Where is he? knew he was around here somewhere.
I told you to leave me alone. Oblivion take you. What is it you want from me?
Oh, there he is. No, you should see he's invisible as well. That's probably why they couldn't find him.
This better be good.
But luckily, I actually do have to persuade him because if you don't, something bad will happen to you. But luckily, I actually know what he likes. He likes jokes and he likes threats. I don't know why, but he does.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I doubt it. Don't talk, son. Whatever you want. I accept. I have no choice. That's pretty good. I doubt it. Not now. Not later. Not ever.
And you can also
For me, you shouldn't have.
bribe him too. That also ups the persuasion.
Yeah, I get it. I accept. I have no choice. Don't try to manipulate me. Thank you. I doubt it.
Now you gotta get the disposition at 70 and above.
You're good. Yes, I have been working on a new invisibility spell. As you can see, it works quite well. Why? Oh, really? Everyone in town? That must have been what all the shouting was about a few weeks ago. I'm afraid I was engrossed in an experiment that required my full attention. You see, in order to increase the efficacy of the spell, the radius was likely to approach the... Oh, never mind, I don't mean to bore you. You can tell them not to worry. The effect is not actually permanent. It should wear off eventually. Well, in a year or two, maybe a bit more. There's no way to be absolutely sure. That's the exciting thing about basic research. Really, I find being invisible quite refreshing. But if it will get everyone to leave me alone, fine. I did work out a counterspell last week. If I can just put my hand to it. Ah. Here, stand in the center of town to make sure you get everyone. Oh, and make sure... Never mind, it should be fine.
See, this is where he's not telling me anything. That's why persuading him is a good idea.
Yes, just read the scroll in the middle of town. It should work. Although, just in case, it might be best if you wore this ring while you were casting the spell. I make them myself, very useful for this kind of research. Not that I think anything will go wrong. Serious side effects are highly unlikely. I am sorry about that. Just use the reverse invisibility scroll I gave. Farewell.
Actually, side effects will happen. If you do not get this ring from him and you read the scroll to reverse the invisibility, your luck gets damaged by a whole lot. And that's not good because luck doesn't govern one skill, it governs all of the skills. Which means everything goes that you had boosted up when you chose your class or created your class goes back down by a lot. So make sure you get that ring off of him. I mean, there is a way to fix that. You just have to go to a shrine and a chapel and pray at it. It undoes what has been done. But why do that when you could just prevent it from happening in the first place? Yay.
Thank you. I can't tell you how good it feels to be able to see myself again. My sisters, on the other hand, I wouldn't mind if they had stayed invisible. Ah, me. Friend, you are welcome at the Ayleswell Inn anytime, free of charge. Farewell.
It's you.
Yes, and this is our first home. Yes, which means we can put anything we want in here. Now, in other containers that you'll find scattered throughout, so that if you place stuff in them, eventually the stuff you placed in there will disappear because the container resets itself. So you can't just put stuff inside a random container unless it's something you want to keep or sell. And you don't really care about it. Anyway. A door in Nibbin Bay. It's that has to do with the Shivering Isles. And then anybody who doesn't get that, the Shivering Isles has to do with the Lord of Madness. Him. Crazy demonic Lord of Madness. It's still foggy, even though it's morning. Jeez. It's gonna be foggy. For a while. And then Knights in the Nine has to do with the 9 divines. Of course, there's also the it's actually been out for quite some time, the remastered edition of Oblivion. I am actually thinking about getting it for myself. Still in the debate whether or not I'm going to play it for the actual channel, for my channel. I haven't actually decided yet. Well, that won't be for a while, so. Because right now the game is a little bit pricey. Yeah. Because it just came out not too long ago. So, yeah, it's a bit pricey right now. I wait a little while for it either go on sale or price go down a bit. It is really foggy. See, it's so foggy. I didn't see that rat there. If it wasn't so foggy, I probably would have seen it. Is there something else chasing me? It's playing that music again. No? Okay. Maybe there was something there, but just lost interest.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want? Emperor Uriel? Do you know something about his death? You'd better explain yourself. Now. You brought me the Amulet of Kings? This cannot be. Let me see it. By the Nine, this is the Amulet of Kings. Who are you? How did you get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death? As unlikely as your story sounds, I believe you. Only the strange destiny of Uriel Septim could have brought you to me carrying the Amulet of Kings. Its meaning is unclear to me as well. The Emperor seemed to perceive some threat from the demonic world of Oblivion. The Prince of Destruction, Mehrunes Dagon, is one of the Lords of Oblivion. But the mortal world is protected from the Daedra of Oblivion by magical barriers. I'm not sure. Only the emperors truly understand the meaning behind the rituals of coronation. The Amulet of Kings is ancient. Saint Alicia herself received it from the gods. It is a holy relic of great power. When an emperor is crowned, he uses the amulet to light the dragon fires at the Temple of the One in the imperial city. With the emperor dead and no new heir crowned, the dragon fires in the temple will be dark for the first time in centuries. It may be that the dragon fires protected us from a threat that only the Emperor was aware of. I am one of the few who know of his existence. Many years ago I served as captain of Uriel's bodyguards, the Blades. One night Uriel called me into his private chambers. A baby boy lay sleeping in a basket. Uriel told me to deliver him somewhere safe. He never told me anything else about the baby, but I knew it was his son. From time to time he would ask about the child's progress. Now it seems that this illegitimate son is the heir to the Septim throne, if he yet lives. His name is Martin. He serves Akatosh in the chapel in the city of Kvatch, south of here. You must go to Kvatch and find him at once. If the enemy is aware of his existence, as seems likely, he is in terrible danger. And please, let me know if there's anything you need. My resources here are limited, but I will help in any way I can. Yes, Boris told you right. I am the Grand Master of the Blades. We serve the Emperor and the Septim bloodline. Talos is our patron. You wonder to find me here? Discretion is our watchword. Only a few of us have the honor to serve publicly in the Imperial Guard. It will be safest here with me. When you return with Martin, we will figure out our next move. One of the youngest blades ever to serve in the Emperor's personal guard. I am glad to hear that he survived, but I fear he will take the Emperor's death particularly hard. The Daedra, Prince of Destruction, an inveterate foe of all mortal races. He was involved with Jagar Tharn's plot against the Empire years ago. Doesn't surprise me to find his hand in the current calamity. He is a priest in the chapel of Akatosh in Kvatch. He never knew that he was Uriel Septim's son. You need to find him at once and bring him safely back here. The coronation of each new emperor is sealed when he uses the Amulet of Kings to light the dragon fires in the Temple of the One. The dragon fires of Akatosh remain lit until the death of the emperor. His successor then lights them anew upon ascending to the throne. With Emperor Uriel dead and no successor crowned, the Temple of the One will be dark for the first time in centuries. The Elder Council rules in the Emperor's absence by ancient tradition. Chancellor Akato heads the Elder Council and is the closest thing the Empire has to a leader right now. But the Blades answer only to the Emperor, of course. We are not an arm of the government. I keep a few things here in my chest to resupply traveling blades. Help yourself to whatever you need.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Steel bow. I think there's two, but it's because it's broken. I mean, the sword is two-handed and the axe is one-handed, but I'm using one-handed. Well, the two-handed only does 1 damage more and weighs a ton. Ah, I've only done weapon and shield before. Let me do something different. I like variety.
I know that you are on an important mission for the Blades. Please, if you need a horse, take mine from the Priory stables. Go with Talos's blessings. Do not fail.
Welcome, good citizen. I'm Brother Pine, and this is Wayland Priory, a monastery. Can I help you? Things go from bad to worse nowadays. Priests murdered on the chapel altar. Oh, what next? Here, perhaps you will find this useful. One of the books I saved from my blade's training. You go into danger. Joffrey didn't tell us any more than that, but know that our prayers go with you.
Now, before I head off to go look for the long lost, not lost, but non-kept secret son, I will go into town and offload